Welcome back to the tutorial on electric VLSI design system. In the previous tutorial, what we have seen is, we have seen the layout as well as schematic of the NMOS transistor. Next, what we do is, we'll try to design the basic form of inverter. So, in order to do that, you can go to the cell, create new cell, and now you have to select the schematic mode. Schematic, then give the design name as inverter. So whatever you are going to design, that name you can give it. So I'll say OK. Next, a new file is created. As well as you can see the component also has changed. Now try to place this PMOS by pick and place PMOS as well as NMOS. So to zoom it, go to the window, fill window. Next, the gate, since it is a 4-terminal device, what you can do is select the transistor, go to the edit, change, and 4-port transistors. So you can make it as PMOS as 4, change, you can see the change here, done. Similarly, you can change it to 4-port, go to the change and select the 4-port transistor. This time you have to select the NMOS, change, you can see the change here, done. But the substrate is always connected to the source. So you try to mirror this up. Select the transistor, go to the edit, use the mirror up and down. So the bulb moves up and you can move these terminals away or the width and length of the transistors away. Similarly to this. Now you make the required connection. In a basic form inverter, the gate to gate is connected. So try to connect the gate to gate. Left click, right click, right click, right click. Next, left click. Now to create the input port and output port, use this off page node. Click and place, click the edges. Similarly, you can place it to the output node. Okay. Next, you can provide the supply potentials, that is VDD, as well as ground. You can make the connections, that is VDD and VDD and ground. Next, the bulk is always connected to the source. So left click, right click, right click, right click. So you have to get this connection. Next, left click, right click, right click. So now the window, fill window. Now you have to provide the or export the pins as select this edge, export, create export, and you can select this as in and this pin as export it as out. This pin as out. So now the design is completed. Now, but before that, we have to set the spice model. Select the transistor, go to the tools, simulation, set spice model. Control Z, or you can use control. You can move the side. Similarly to the NMOS, select the transistor, go to the tools, simulation spice, spice state. So you can name this as CMOS P, same as in the technology file. This is CMOS N. Now I'm going to set the width of the transistor as 20 and this width as 10. Now my design is completed. Now I have to check whether if I have any floating nodes or not. Go to the tools, DRC, check hierarchically. It shows that there are no errors and warning. This is your schematic. By writing a spice code, I can directly simulate from this. But what I want to do is, I want to create the symbol of this particular schematic. So what I can do is, to create the symbol so that I can use it in various design forms, go to the view, make an icon view. So we are getting a symbol. Now the same design has a replica at this design. So it is shown in the blue color. But if you see that, this is not the actual inverter symbol. So what you have to do is remove this, and you can, because this port is has to be aligned as an output port, use Control J for rotation for the alignment, and move aside. In this time, the component also changes, or the component palette also changes. So use a triangle, move apart or move aside. Next, this triangle can be rotated by using Control J. Next, use a circle, and double clicking on the circle, you can change the dimension to 2, 2, so that it forms a bubble in front of the inverter. Now try to bring this closer. Now your inverter looks okay. So save this, go to the design. Now within the design, it is changed. You can see this. Now this has to be simulated. This inverter wants to be simulated. So in order to simulate this, you have to create one more new cell that should be in the schematic mode. Now say it as inverter underscore sim for simulation purpose or test, whatever you want. So click OK. Now just drag this particular inverter symbol into it so that I can perform the simulation. So you can see this dragged symbol. Just extend this arcs or branches and name them. Name this or export these pins. Export it as whatever the name you have given, you can give it in. Export this pin as out. Now here you have to write the spice code. Now in order to write the spice code, what you have to do is, you can go to the miscellaneous, select the spice code. So keep the text here. So to save the time, what we have done is, we have written the spice code here earlier. So I'm taking the same thing with the same library path. So I'm using this, and to select this, use Control I to paste the, and here you have to select the multi-line text so that it will be in a sequence one after the other line. Place that. I want to perform the DC analysis first. Control C, Control X, sorry, Control X. So I am removing the transient analysis. Okay, I have removed the transient analysis. Say OK. This is the spice code written for this. Now try to simulate it. Go to the tools. Yeah, that is simulation. Write spice deck. If everything works okay, then this is your spice netlist generated. This is the spice netlist generated for the inverter. Now you can view the waveforms by clicking onto the pick visible traces. Click on it and select V in and V out. So this is your inverter characteristics for schematic. So if it is rising, means it has to fall. So that is the basic principle for an or DC characteristics. Similarly, you can change the text format. I'll show you this. I'll give the input as a pulse, or I'll do the transient analysis. Because this is a free tool, it can perform only one operation at a time, not simultaneously both at a time. So you can again go back to the simulation, spice, write spice deck. Now this time you can see that your input and outputs are going to change. So which are nothing but whenever the input is in rising form, output has to fall. So this is a traditional CMOS inverter for basic schematic. Next, we have to create the cell to perform the layout. Go to the cell. This time you select the layout and the name should be the same as the schematic inverter. The names of the schematic as well as the layout has to match to perform the layout versus schematic. So click on OK. So you can see that the layout it is in yellow color. Now the component palette has changed. Now you select the NMOS as well as the PMOS. So select the PMOS on top. Now the width of the PMOS is 20. We have taken 20 is to 10. Okay. Use Ctrl J for rotation, and you have to place the P active for source as well as the drain. So this dimension is also 20, but use Ctrl J for rotation. You can Ctrl C, Ctrl V for copying. Now you have to connect these for forming the source as well as the drain. Take the edge, left click, right click, left click, right click. Now bring this device closer such that it doesn't overlap. If you cross this, error. If you are not crossing, this would be the minimum spacing. Now I can say that a PMOS is formed, but you have to place a NWell on top. Similarly, you have to place NMOS at the bottom whose width is 10. Okay, use Ctrl J for rotation. Now try to align this so that they are connected together. Okay, or else it will give you some errors. Fabrication errors will be given. Next, use inactive for the source and drain of this NMOS whose dimensions are 10. Use Ctrl J for rotation. You can use up down arrow keys. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V for copying. The same process. Left click, right click, left click, right click. Next, bring them closer so that they form the transistor. So now what we have to do is we have to place the wells. A N well on the top and a P well at the bottom. That means both the transistors are having the wells. So make this dimension as 20. So you have to connect the wells also. If they are not connected, it will lead to error. So you have to connect them. So this also will lead to an error. So always connect the well 20. So you can take the 10 also, but for the structure you are making it as 20 to look alike. Next, this will be your source. Source is connected just directly. Left click, right click. Source will be connected to your well, which is nothing but your VDD. Next, drain to drain. Next, source connected to ground. Next, the polysilicons, both the gates are connected. Now your structure is complete. And if you want this, you can place the nodes also near to that. You can connect this so that you can place the or export the pins. Next, you can extend this directly. Now you have to provide the pin names. So this is nothing but your VDD. So go to the export, create export. You can call it as VDD. Okay. Next, this as the ground. Export that as a ground and export this as a input pin because it is a gate, and this as a out, OUT, out. Okay, you can increase the font size by selecting with the control. Select this, then use shift to select multiple instances at a time. Use Control I and set the size to 5. Okay, now it looks okay. Now I have to check whether any DRC errors are there or not. Go to the file, DRC, check hierarchy. So it shows that there are no warnings found. Next, go to the well checks. So it also says that there are no well errors because these wells are connected perfectly to the body. Next, go to the NCC check. Definitely we have some error, maybe. Or it shows that sizes are matching, topologies are matching, and exports are matching. That means schematic versus layout is perfect. The only thing missing is nothing but we haven't set the spice model. So select this, go to the tool, simulation, right, set spice model. Okay, for the NMOS also the same process, tools, simulation, set spice model. So try to select this by using control, use control I. So you can write CMOS P as in technology file, you can write it as second, or the text font is 2, control I, CMOS N. For visibility you are increasing the font of the text. So okay, now everything is okay. Okay, now you can view it in the 3D, how it is actually placed. Go to the window, 3D window, as well as 3D view. So this shows the actual layout implementation of the transistor. So this is called as, the top parts are nothing but your wells, and this is how it is routed. Top blue color shows that it is a metal one, and this is nothing. The pink color shows that it is a polysilicon, and the top transistor as a with the width which is placed on the body or a substrate. So this is your input, and this acts as your output, and the source is connected to the VDD. So this is how it looks in a 3D implementation. Next, we'll try to simulate this structure. So in order, see, I can place the code directly here and I can perform the simulation. Instead of that, I want to keep this as a core one. Next, the same thing, what you have to do is you can create one more new cell in the form of layout itself, but this time I'm giving it as inverter underscore sim, same as that of your schematic. So click OK. Now what you can do is, from the layer directly you can drag this. You can drag into your design. Just extend this ports for input as well as output, and this input and this ground as well, and just export the pin names. This as a export as VDD, this one as a in, and this port as out, and this one as ground. Okay, so this shows that you can increase the font size by selecting one of them, and if you want to see the inner what it contains, select this particular block diagram, and here an eye opening is there. One level down it shows the inner view. It shows the inner view. A 3D view also can be shown from here, 3D window. So how the metals are extended on top as well as from this sides, so you can see them in the 3D window also. So close this. Now bring the spice code from the previous simulation, control C, place it in the layout form. So you can increase the font size using control I. Instead of 1 you can increase it to 2. Apply. Okay, so this spice code is very important to simulate this, because the spice is the engine which is running back. So go to the tools, simulation, write spice deck. So what it shows is so this is the extracted view with two PMOS transistors, one PMOS and one NMOS, and this is the spice code what we have written for a voltage of 1.8 volts, and we have provided the pulse voltage, and we have done the transient analysis. This is the library path where model file exists. Now to view the waveforms, go to the pick visible traces and you can select input and output. So the same diagram, that means if input is in rising, output will be in a falling. So this is the simulation of your layout as well. So we have made the comparison of LVS also. We have made the symbol here in this tutorial, and we have performed two different simulations of schematic as well as the layout. So we will continue in the next tutorial also with another design. Thank you.